Welcome one and all to Gaming News, a show where we talk about the latest in gaming. And do we have some very interesting news for you today? The fact is, as you can tell from the title, will video games be $70? And Ubisoft's statement on controversy. So, first and foremost, let's talk about, the $70. NBA 2K apparently has said that they're going to be doing $70. 2K definitely wants that money. They have, of course, done a lot of things with microtransactions. And, did you really expect more from them? Obviously, they want more money, which means you're probably gonna have to spend $70, according to like all these other sources that I have seen. Jake Baldino, they said that it's, of course, games in the past have been $70. Some games, not all, but some. Now, you kind of have to think, okay, is this going to be worth it for these game companies to actually price it at $70? I don't believe so. I think there's always going to be the people that just buy it, but I think there's going to be a large amount of people who are actually going to take a step back and say, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. That's a lot of money, especially if you're already buying a console. To buy a $70 game on top of that, I think people are going to try to go for better deals. And if you look at Microsoft's way, they already have the whole Game Pass, so you can literally just pay a specific amount of money and play a variety of games on their consoles, which is of course going to be for their new consoles, the Series X. Now, with that in mind, you have to think what other companies will be releasing games priced at $70. And that, of course, kind of comes to this, like Ubisoft. I believe Ubisoft and all these other kind of third-party game companies are going to be doing that. Whether they're going to be transitioning to allow you to just get like an enhanced version, which kind of has happened with the PS4 Pro, if you guys remember that. They kind of had like that enhancement where if you buy the game, yeah, you get an enhanced version. However, it doesn't seem like this is going to be the case for possibly a lot of these companies. They haven't come out and rightfully said it, but it might be that some games are going to be $70. Now you're thinking, oh, what's $10 more? Well, there's a lot of games out there that people think, you know what, they're not worth $70, or even just $60. There's been a lot of controversy between Resident Evil and the length of the game, especially because it's probably like a really short game. It's not that long. The past Resident Evil games have been pretty short, and people have been disappointed. They've expected it to at least probably spend, maybe 40 hours in the game, but that's not really the case. They spent maybe at most 10 hours, maybe even probably less. With the latest Resident Evil, I think they said it was maybe 5 hours. But with a short game like that, I mean, would you really buy a short game for $70? That is stretching it way too far. I think that we're going to see a lot of consumerism kind of take hold, and people trying to make more decisive decisions on whether or not to get the game. Sure, there's going to be people who are obviously just going to buy it regardless of the price, because they're like, oh, well, I love sports, so I'm going to get this sports game. We've seen it countless times. Although they release the same game over and over with just, a different number, we see that there's some people that just do not care. They have the money, they want to spend it, and that's what they're going to do. So at the end of the day, you got to, consumers have to take a stand against this, because there's a lot going on in the gaming industry that just isn't right. And this is one of those things. And speaking of things that just are not going right in the gaming industry, we're going to go on to next, and that is Ubisoft. Ubisoft has had a lot of controversies among other gaming companies, not just them. A lot of gaming companies have had controversies. Blizzard, Activision, Naughty Dog, just to name a few. BioWare, of course, all of freaking EA. But this Ubisoft. They've come out with a statement. I'm not going to read it all for you because there is a lot. But I'm just going to tell you what it basically is. They're talking about making changes for the betterment of their employees. However, they don't specify the consequences. There seems to be a lot of things going on here where people don't like these companies don't really understand what's going on. They want people to talk about it. They want to provide a platform for people to talk about it, Q&As, people like the managers and stuff. But that's not the problem. The problem is the fact that this is going on without consequences. People are violating others, are violating things. Bad things are happening at these companies. And they're pretty much taking a step back and say, oh, well, you know what? We're going to have investigators, and they're going to have, to their credit, they're going to have external investigators, investigate this situation, which is great, because a lot of other companies say, oh, we're going to have an internal investigation. It's like, what? No, you expect it for you to be, like, not biased about that? But yeah, I think there's a lot of things going on in this gaming industry, and this kind of falls flat. It talks a lot about promises of what they're going to do to change things, how they're going to implement change, what they're going to do, but they're not talking about the consequences of the actions of those that are basically the reason for this change. They're not talking about what they're going to do. If they're going to fire them, they're going to suspend them without pay, what's exactly going to happen. They're just going to kind of just provide an area for people to just talk, and it's like, what? Like, we've been trying to do this. We want these people gone. But it doesn't seem like that will be happening. We won't know, especially because we're probably not going to even release information about this. This probably won't be covered by a lot of gaming journalists. Why? Because they don't fucking talk about this. IGN doesn't talk about it. The whole Naughty Dog situation, Rockstar destroying someone's livelihood, or Rockstar or 2K, whatever, Take-Two Interactive, all that crap. They don't talk about these situations because they want to be on their good side. Other people will probably mention this later on. Who knows? But yeah, I'm letting you know there's a lot going on here, and just from what I've read, it's all just talk until we see actual actions take place. I seriously don't understand these companies. I can see why it's like, well, we have to make sure that these are rightful claims, everything is investigated. However, there's been countless people reporting to HR, countless people talking about this individual in that way, then what more proof do you need? Do you want to just be able to say, oh, hey guys, yeah, we did an investigation, and that's all we're going to do? I think this is honestly ridiculous. I think there's going to be people saying, yeah, oh, that's great. You're going to read this and you're going to say, oh, yeah, they're making that change. It's like, what changes are they making? They haven't done anything. Once they do something about it, once they take action, then you can applaud them. You don't just say, oh, great statement. No, anyone can say anything. It's until they take action, until you see the actual change, that it actually matters. Look at the world we live in. Change needs to happen through actions. Not through just someone saying something. I'll do better. I'm going to do this. You need to take action. And that applies to everyone, including myself. Including everyone, you watching. Whatever you do, you need to take action for something to change. Otherwise, it's just words that fall flat. But that has been gaming news with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you watched all this way. For more videos, click over there. You can't even see this hand. can't see it anymore because I have it blocked. But you know where to go for more videos. They'll pop up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys on another, gaming news episode. Maybe a reaction TV will be next. Who knows? The world is our oyster. But until next time, please keep on gaming. Bye.